Good evening, everybody. Nate here. It's another Monday Moving with Moody, and what we're going over tonight is some specific things you can do with pull-ups. Simple exercise. At this point in our COVID crisis, a lot of you have found ways of either building pull-up bars or ordering something like a door jam pull-up. And I wanted to go over a couple things that you may have found or that you may have explored earlier on with your climbing. How to improve specific climbing movements, namely working towards a one-arm pull-up and lock-offs in your daily pull-up routine. So first off, in a lot of cases, you can build a whole strength training series through different types of pull-ups, whether they are a more narrow grip, a wider grip, different things. You could even be putting different kind of handholds on your pull-up bar. But one thing I wanted to touch on is really kind of honing in on specific movements. And so for me, one of the big things was my lock-off strength was really limited. And so one thing that I've started doing with my wider pull-ups is when I do go up into a 90-degree pull-up, I make sure that my shoulders are back and my ears, I'm not like dropping in or kind of moving my body, but I go up into a 90-degree pull-up position, and then I switch over to one side or another and put about 80% on my one arm, come back to center, and then switch to hanging about 80% on the other. And so with that, I'm isolating and making sure that my one arm is getting the brunt of that. And that kind of works towards that ability to lock off any of those positions. And then another thing that I've been working on, because I just find that pulling with one arm is really hard in some of those challenging moves. And so kind of working towards a one arm pull up, I've started with doing what's called a negative release, where I take the arm that I want to work on and I grab it right closest to my head. And then with my other arm, I pull to where my head is going to be on the other side of my hand, like this. And then I let go with my left arm and try to lower, which is super challenging, try to lower as slowly as possible with my one arm. And that's putting a lot of that pressure in a negative extension of my arm, working towards ultimately trying to do a one-arm pull-up. So some things just to mix up your pull-up routine and start getting strong for climbing season. Thanks, everybody.